So let's try and recreate that. That's weird. But just listen to this bass
wait.
line.
See, there's a channel missing. You're
Yeah.
not getting that other guitar.
Right.
You can hear it.
Thank you guys for listening to the show. We are brought to you by TomSlayton.com. TomSlayton.com, SLATIN.com. How the hell did he come up with that?
Ding, ding, ding,
Ding. How did he come up with that bass line or any of these guitar riffs? Drunk off of their ass, high on heroin, missing shows.
Well, when they wrote those
Can you
songs,
have enough talent? Like, is there just that much talent?
Well, I think when they wrote those songs, they weren't that messed up. They got messed up sitting on tour waiting for Axl to go on.
That's true.
But also, when you do nothing all day, but think of ways to make your band better, whether it's writing songs or getting a show here or finding a place to sleep, if you're living hand to mouth like they were, where every single meal relies on your connections and this band working.
Yeah, but this was also, we're talking post, even Appetite for Destruction. We're talking Use Your Illusion. They don't have to worry about anything. They didn't have to do anything. Their agents took care of it at this point in their career.
But most of the songs for Illusions were written before they were, I think they had 12 of those songs before they even.
Well, right. And, I mean, we've been in a band before, and we know what it's like to have that back burner song.
Oh, especially at that level.
Right. Yeah, we know what it's like to go on tour.
We know what they were going through.
Hey, we played the Hard Rock Cafe in St. Louis, folks.
You're damn right.
Yeah, when we rocked it.
That's right.
We killed it that night.
That's right.
We really did. So much so that a strange man bought me a free drink. So that was awesome. And I don't even think, were we 21?
I think we're right at the cusp of 21.
Because we are at the peak of our
You know what?
underageness.
No, I don't think we were 21.
I don't
fact-
I don't remember. I think I remember sneaking drinks out in the parking lot.
We used to do that a lot just because we were cheap, though.
Yeah.
And
We didn't get paid for that gig either.
No.
It was one of those swap shows.
Yeah. Some band asked us to co-perform that show, and then we, of course, invited them to co-perform one of ours.
Right, in Peoria.
And, of course, we gave them not a premiere gig. We gave them the next gig that we had.
So, yeah, you're right. It was a band. I can't remember what the name of the band was. Do you remember?
It was like Soul something.
Something. Yeah, they were just, a band. And we were in flux with them on MySpace, I believe.
They were pretty nice guys, though.
Oh, yeah, they were great guys.
I remember it was one of the few bands that, because I don't know if you recall it like this, but the way I saw it back then was there wasn't a good community of bands. There's a lot of talent. There's a lot of bands trying to play.
I don't remember the talent, but okay.
But, well, I mean, there's a lot of people writing their own songs, recording them.
Fair enough.
Enough where the studios around town stayed in business. You know,
and they don't exist anymore.
no,
not nowadays.
Yeah, GarageBand. I mean, that
Right.
blew it out. But, most of those bands though were so competitive, and competitive is the wrong word because competitive is a good thing.
Right.
But the way that they were so jealous of anyone else's success,
Right.
like anything, as soon as we started getting some popularity, then everyone hated us.
Right. And I mean, a lot of that had to do with the radio station
Yeah,
playing our song.
it all had to do with that.
All right. But I mean, that whole thing started, and I remember meeting the program director at McDonald's and talking to him, and he was like, dude, you're leading off the 5 o'clock traffic jam. All of a sudden, all of our friends started thinking, or all of our band friends, I guess you should say, started thinking that we were assholes, that we somehow
and it's
greased
like,
the
whoa,
skids.
why them and not us?
Right.
And it's like, I don't know why not you, but why don't you try to make it on your own too?
Why do you got to be a dick about it?
Right. And that's all it was just pure jealousy
Right.
of, maybe they didn't
Solar
like...
Trance.
Yeah, there you go.
That was the name of the band.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were friends. We made friends with a lot of bands from out of town because none of the bands in town
Right.
wanted to work with us. But
so then MySpace
bigger city,
allowed us to meet other people, and then they were like, "Hey, why don't we do a show together? I love your music."
Right.
And like, yeah, you guys are cool. And,
for sure.
oh,
Yeah,
man.
let's do it. Hey, man, we got an opening slot over at the Hard Rock Cafe in St. Louis at the
On a
Union
Friday
Station
night.
on a Friday night.
Or was it Saturday? I think it was Saturday.
I don't know. It was a weekend. It was
Yeah.
packed.
Well, I think it was a Saturday because even people from out of town came to see it.
Yeah, that's true.
So it was like it was a day trip for them.
That's true.
They didn't take off work.
I guess it would have been a Saturday. And we traded that Saturday night at Hard Rock Cafe for a Wednesday night
at the Catalyst.
at the apartment. Playing in front of like Greg, the guy at the bar. It was our open mic night.
The sound guy and then two locals.
What a shitty trade-off. But to their credit, they never bashed us. They were like, "Man, this is great. You know, we'd love to travel. This is awesome.
Yeah.
This is a cool bar. I love your town."
Mm-hmm.
Nothing like having a band from a big city call your city a town. Like, man, this is a really nice little town you got here.
Well, and we did have a pretty decent downtown bar area, which we
At the time,
we don't
yeah.
have clubs, but we did have rock bars,
sure.
and bands
Babes.
could play at several different places.
Hoops had the acoustic thing
Yeah.
going on. Yeah.
So, and now there's like 3 bars total down there. It's
Everything's
unbelievable.
closed.
I can't believe it.
When's the last time that you actually went downtown?
Well, now it's been a few years, but
A few years. Oh my god.
but
You
even then, the last time I went, Sully's was still open,
wow.
and they've since closed.
Wow.
I don't know what these, because for those of you that don't live in our town,
Sorry,
we
people.
have a pretty big college. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
a huge
Sure.
college, but a lot of people from Chicago travel down here to go to this school.
Right.
It's somewhat prestigious.
Sure.
So
It's Bradley University. You
it's
can say
somewhat of a college town. Well, Bradley University probably means nothing to
it.
whoever, but
okay. Hey, we made the Final Four 10 years ago?
no, Sweet 16.
Or Sweet 16. All right.
So anyway, I don't know what these college kids do for fun.
Probably
Where do they
Farmington
drink?
Road. That's it.
So there's one bar that they go to?
Cruisins.
And,
yeah.
and it houses the entire college? That doesn't make sense, man.
I know. I know it doesn't make sense, and that would suck.
So what do they only party at their
frat houses,
frat house and then
sorority?
cruisins, and that's it? That's just, it's insane to me.
That sucks. And Cruisins is one of those bars where, I mean, it's fine, like aesthetically. Like they've got enough room. It's a big enough room. You hardly ever be like crushed together. Mm-hmm. The problem that I have with a bar,
Well, they had Lil Wayne perform there.
well,
I
right,
mean, they can get a big name there.
yeah, but Lil Wayne only played for like 11 minutes, and they were pissed. Instead of the $50,000.
Well, yeah, he
that they
probably
agreed
walked
to.
in and said, "Wait, this is just a bar. This isn't a club."
Well,
outta
I'm
here.
sure that he knew that going in. But if somebody offers you $50,000 for 15 minutes,
Right.
At least that's how legend goes.
Well, let me ask you this: am I just naive? Is the club scene not happening anymore? Is this something people don't do?
I think that, at least in our town, and it's the only thing that I can semi-speak intelligently about, but like the bar scene in our town, it's for like skanks and douche canoes.
Mm-hmm.
I just, or that, that's it. Like, there's no alternative. Like, I used to like going to Corey's.
Well, how do single people go out and get it on? Well, so where do these single people, where do they go to hook up?
I would have a Tinder.
Like, is that it?
Tinder,
did
yeah.
Tinder get rid of the club scene? It had to have, because if I want to go hook,
Like,
well, I
meet
don't,
a girl?
but
Right. No, I understand.
let's
what
say
you're
I want to
saying.
go get laid tonight.
Okay. Well, you can go to any bar and try that.
Like without success.
But clubs were not like the go-to. I'm going to walk into the Diesel and get laid.
I think
Like,
so. I think it is.
I don't think so.
You go and you see people out dancing.
I would
and
like
you
to
go up
think
to
that's
someone
not-
and you're like, "Hey, what's up?" You want to dance?
And then you start.
It starts there. Maybe you make out on the dance floor, and then you go home.
I don't know. Like, I hope that that's not the case. I really do, because like, if you go to a bar and all it takes is, hey, do you want to dance?
Yeah.
Like, I've got a daughter. I don't want to. No.
She's not going to grow up to do that, though. She's going to grow up with a flick, flick, flick. Am I hot? Am I hot?
Hot or not?
Do you think I'm hot?
Right. Yeah. And I mean, yeah, that's true. But I do think that Tinder, Facebook, even now. I mean, Facebook now is like being used as a dating apparatus,
and that
like,
just blows my mind. I hear people say that, and I don't even know how that happens.
Like, I don't either,
because I don't meet strangers on my Facebook.
Well, I can attest to the fact that once I switched my status, my relationship status, to divorced,
yeah,
I got not a lot. I'm not saying that I was buried in hot chicks, but I mean, like, I got more invites to girls than I ever have, like girls that I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like girls that are like an hour away.
Right.
And it's like, what is this? And then you creep, and then you decide yay or nay.
Right.
It's the new way. Like, you just creep on somebody's wall, and if they're hot, add friend.
Well, all right, fine. So that's how you hook up.
Right.
How did people get drunk then? Because don't you want to go see a band? Don't you want to go rock out? Don't you want to dance sometime?
I don't think a band is. I think bands are done because, like, it's so loud. Like, you're supposed to want to not talk. I guess, yeah, a band would be perfect to be too loud. I don't have to talk to you. I just get a look at you.
I want to go get fucked up.
Yeah.
Where do I go?
I don't know.
I want to go be with other people that are getting fucked up too.
Of my like-minded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be in a room of people that are only there to get fucked up and listen to music and dance or something. I mean, don't people still want to do that?
I don't think so.
I'm getting angry, Bill.
I don't think so. I think people want to fucking be on their phones. I think if you could make a bar where every single bar stool had a charger, and you could just sit there and like integrate the entire bar, like that has to be a thing. That has to be a thing.
Where you join their Wi-Fi,
yeah,
and then
log in.
Once you're on their network, you're now like talking to people.
You're basically playing Tinder with the people that are in the same general vicinity, and maybe you guys like text each other for a little bit. It's called Finger.
What
you can?
That's what the bar's called.
No, that's the name of the app.
Oh, okay.
You use Finger, and yeah, it makes sense. And then like you have a conversation. You're like, where is she? I can't see her, but she's on my phone.
I'm gonna go
know she's here.
You guys want to go down to Finger Bang tonight? I just kind of feel like fingering some things out.
Well, I would, but no, I'm gonna go to the other bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thumb.
Oh yeah. Up the street.
That's the way. But seriously, like, I mean, that's the down the path. I mean, that's coming around the corner, isn't it? How many times do you walk into a bar and see people, like 90% of people just like stuck on their phone?
Well, the thing about phones now is anytime you are alone, like if someone, just because someone got up to go to the bathroom,
right?
You just immediately you grab your phone, and bury yourself in it.
Yep.
Secluding yourself from everything else going on.
Yeah.
And that's like the one downfall of having everything in your pocket like that, because you're not really open to experiencing that, hey, what's up? You want to talk, or you want,
Right.
So,
or accidentally start a conversation with somebody.
Yeah. And it's not that I want to do that all the time. Right. In fact, I most never do.
Right.
But if you're bombarded with people talking, you will at least have one good experience once in a while, and it could be a lifelong worthy one.
And it's happened a couple of times in our lives where not anything romantically necessarily, but just like a good person that you happen to meet that you wouldn't have met that had you not been buried in your phone. Now let me run this by you. Mm-hmm. I've got this great idea for an app, and I probably shouldn't be saying this because somebody's going to steal it.
Yeah.
But, it's an app that you download onto your phone, so the next time that somebody texts you, it will send them an automatic notification saying something around the lines of, your subscriber does not like to text, you will have to call them Like, it just lets them know. And you never get the text. It blocks the text, so you never get it. So you can't even write it back. It just lets people know. It is so refreshing to have a telephone conversation anymore.
Yeah.
I hate texting.
Really?
Hate it.
And it's so funny because you